Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for appointments and resignation for August month. Session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. First question is, who was appointed as the 13th Prime Minister of Myanmar to lead the new interim union government? So U New Shaw was appointed here. Take a note of it. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the appointment in the Indian Army and the Indian Navy in August 2025. If we look at the options here, option A and B are right, C is wrongly mentioned. C is saying that Vice Admiral Krishna Swaminathan has assumed the charge as the flag officer command. Is it correct? So Vice Admiral Krishna Swaminathan assumed the charge as the flag officer command in chief, right? Not flag officer commander, flag officer commander in chief. Then option C is right. Next, Shashi Prakash Goyal officially assumed the charge as the new chief secretary of which state, succeeding Manoj Kumar Singh? So Shashi Prakash Singh officially assumed the charge as the new chief secretary of which state? Of Uttar Pradesh, that is UP, and he became the 7th chief secretary of UP. Next, who assumed the charge as the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center? So Dr. A. Raja Ranjan, right? He will be succeeding as U. Nair. Next, who was appointed as the managing director and chief executive officer of IndusInd Bank for a period of 3 years? Name that individual. So Rajiv Anand has been appointed here to the post of MD and chief executive officer. He will be succeeding Sumant Kathpalia. Next, Pratyay Amrit was appointed as the new chief secretary of which state, succeeding Amritlal Meena? So for Bihar. Next, name the person roped in by online food delivery platform Zomato as their brand ambassador. So Shah Rukh Khan, right? The King Khan has been appointed here as the brand ambassador for Zomato. Moving on, who was appointed as the brand ambassador of Odisha's handloom industry by Mohan Charan Manji, the chief minister of Odisha? So Madhuri Dixit, right, the famous actress, was appointed here as the brand ambassador. This was during the 11th edition of the National Handloom Day that we observed on 7th of August 2025, or generally on this day we observe this National Handloom Day, and this year in 2025 it was 11th edition. Next, name the Indian actor to become the first woman from India to be appointed as the Gulf Cooperation Council India Trade Commissioner under the Global Chamber of Commerce. So name that Indian actor. Zeenat Qureshi, right? She became the first woman from India. First woman from India to be appointed as the GCC India Trade Commissioner. Next, in August, who was given the additional charge as the governor of Nagaland with immediate effect by Draupadi Murmu ma'am? So Ajay Kumar Bhalla. Next, mention the company that was appointed Aline Gu, a freestyle skier, as their brand ambassador ahead of the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics in Italy. So mention that company. It is TCL, Tata Consultancy Limited. Next, in August, who was appointed as the ex officio member of the Monetary Policy Committee by RBI Central Board of Directors in August, succeeding Rajiv Ranjan? So Indranil Bhattacharya, right, was appointed as the ex officio member of the Monetary Policy Committee, and he will be succeeding Rajiv Ranjan. Next, identify the organization that appointed Vishwas Patel as the chairperson for 25 to 27 term. That is Payment Council of India, PCI. Next, in August, who was re-elected as the president of the Boxing Federation of India for a third consecutive term against Olympian Jaslal Pradhan in the elections to be held in Gurugram, Haryana. So, who was re-elected as the president? Ajay Singh. Next, in August, who was appointed as the new Deputy National Security Advisor by the Government of India? We have done this question multiple times, students. So, who is he? Anish Dayal. And he will be reporting directly to Deputy National Security Advisor, right? Ajit Dovalji. Next, mention the organization that appointed Amit Pradhan, Avinesh Pandey and Sanjay Chandrakant Purao as the executive directors in August. So, mention that organization. It is SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. Next is identify the organization that appointed SC Jain to take additional charge as the chairman and managing director of it in August 2025, succeeding Pradeep Gaur. So, Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, RVNL. Right? So, RVNL appointed SC Jain to take additional charge as the chairman and managing director, succeeding Pradeep Gaur. Next, in August, who was appointed as the new vice president and chief risk officer of the New Development Bank for a period of 5 years? So, Dr. Rajiv Ranjan. Take a note of this. That's all for the day, students. Now, let's move to the revision part that will be quite beneficial for you all.
Mention the company with which Setshore Analytics Private Limited signed an MOU to deliver end-to-end Earth observation as a service solution. So with the help of satellite here, data will be provided about Earth. So this is an Earth observation as a service. It is Dhruva Space Private Limited, right? This is the company with which Setshore Analytics Private Limited, they have signed this MOU. Next, according to Credit Rating Information Service of India Limited, that is CRISIL, what is the revised GDP growth of India for the FY26 as predicted by it in July 2025? It is 6.5%. Next, mention the state that became the third Indian state to record over 1 CR or 1 crore registered stock market investors after Maharashtra and UP, according to the latest data released by NSE in July. Which is that state after Maharashtra and UP? It is Gujarat. Next, identify the organization that signed an MOU with India Meteorological Department IMD to launch India's first weather derivatives. So first weather derivative, important question, launched by whom? Launched by National Commodity and Derivatives Exchange Limited. Next is identify the airlines that signed $12.25 billion agreement with Airbus to purchase 50 aircraft, that is A321XLR aircraft, with purchase rights for additional 20 of them, marking a significant strategic shift towards creating world's first low-cost narrow-body network carrier. So identify that airline. It is AirAsia, right? And if asked about the aircraft, that is A321XLR. Next, in July, which company unveiled their new corporate logo to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the foundation of the group? It is Yamaha Motor Company Limited, right? And this is the first time in 27 years that the company has registered their corporate or redesigned their corporate logo. Next, mention the company that signed an MOU with Care Expert Technologies Private Limited, that is a Reliance Jio-backed healthcare technology company, to develop and launch a national digital healthcare platform. Which is it? It is Telecom Egypt. Option 1 is right here. Next, identify the company that joined the FTSE for Good Index series designed to measure the performance of companies demonstrating strong environmental, social and governance practices. Which is it? It is your JSW Energy Limited. Next, in July, which of the following launched the second cohort of the Orbit program under the Atal Incubation Center T-Hub Space Tech Accelerator to support 17 space tech startups? So which is it? It is T-Hub, that is your technology hub. Next, identify the company that became the world's first publicly traded company to achieve a market capitalization of $4 trillion. It is Nvidia Corporation, right? And with this, Nvidia has surpassed Microsoft Corporation's market cap, which hold a market cap of $3.75 trillion, right? Whereas Apple stands at $3.17 trillion. Next, identify the shipping companies that announced a 10,000 crore rupees investment in the Indian shipping industry in July, marking the largest FDI in this sector. It is Introint Navigation Company and Danish and Partners Limited. This is the largest FDI in the Indian shipping sector. Since the government of India, they have opened 100% FDI in this shipping sector in 2005, and even 100% FDI is approved in the space sector also. Next, identify the stock exchange that was ranked 4th globally in IPO fundraising during the first half of the calendar year 25 as per the S&P Global Market Intelligence data. It is NSE, right? It is your National Stock Exchange of India. So right option 2. Next, what was the India's retail inflation measured by CPI according to the Consumer Price Index for rural, urban and combined for the month of June, released by National Statistics Office in July 2025. So what was India's retail inflation here? It stands at 2.10%. Next, India's overall trade deficit including merchandise and service, it narrowed sharply down to $3.51 billion as per the trade statistics for the first quarter of FY26 and for the month of June 2025 as released by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry in the July month. Next, the NABARD, they commemorated their 44th foundation day with the launch of several key initiatives in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. We have to find the correct option here. If we look at the options here, we can see option A is right, B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that NABARD, they have launched a Telegram channel targeting the financial inclusion among the rural and semi-urban population. Is it correct? So this is not a Telegram channel that they launched, but a a WhatsApp broadcast channel was launched here, not a Telegram, WhatsApp channel. Next, identify the company that entered into a binding agreement with Alliance Group to form a 50-50 domestic reinsurance joint venture to serve the dynamic and high growth insurance sector in India. Which among the following is right? It is Geo Financial Service Limited, right? And the joint venture aims to provide and it targets the India's goal, that is to achieve insurance for all by 2047. Next, what is India's GDP growth forecast for FY25 according to the report titled Asian Development Outlook for July 2025, Slower Growth Amid Tariffs and Uncertainty. This was released by Asian Development Bank in the month of July. So it is 6.5%. Next, identify the company that estimated India's GDP forecast to be 6.3% for FY26. Which among the following is right? It is India Ratings and Research, right? Take a note of it. Then next, mention the company with which BEML Limited, they have signed an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, to work together on the co-development of advanced marine systems covering innovation, indigenous design and manufacturing under Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. It is Hindustan Shipyards Limited. Next, as per the International Monetary Fund IMF's July update for the World Economic Outlook update, that is the released by, or this question can also be asked students, that this World Economic Outlook is released by whom? It is released by IMF, that is International Monetary Fund. Question asked is, what is India's revised GDP growth projection for both FY26 and FY27? It is 6.1%. 6.4%. Right option is option 4. On how much percent of the total growth in India's foreign financial asset during FY25 was mainly driven by higher overseas direct investment, currency and deposits and reserve assets as per India's international investment position data released by RBI in June 2025. So on how much percent of the total growth in India's financial asset during was mainly driven by higher overseas investment? It was almost 72%, right? The data further revealed that the reserve assets alone accounted for over 54% increase in Indian residents' overseas financial assets, followed by currency and deposits and direct investment in properties. Next, on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the State Bank of India on July 1st, in which two cities did SBI inaugurated their specialized global trade finance centers? It was in Kolkata and Hyderabad, right? And during the event, SBI has announced a solar rooftop program that will support India's renewable energy transition, and this initiative, it aligns with India's commitment of achieving net zero emissions by 2070. Apart from this, SBI, they have inaugurated a specialized global trade finance center in Kolkata, West Bengal and Hyderabad, Telangana. These centers, they aims to enhance the bank's trade finance capabilities by streamlining the domestic and international trade transactions. Next, identify the insurance company that partnered with AU Small Finance Bank in June 2025 to distribute their life insurance products through the bank's network. So identify that insurance company. It is Life Insurance Corporation of India. Also, this collaboration supports the national vision of insurance for all by 2047 that was given by IRDAI. Next, in July, IndusInd Bank Limited, they have launched the Indie for Business platform to support which of the following businesses segment in India? It was MSME, right? This newly launched digital platform will offer all banking services across payments, loans, collection and account insights. Next, mention the organization that subscribed to 1301.25 crore worth of non-convertible debentures issued by Aditya Birla Capital Limited in July 2025 to support renewable energy and e-mobility financing in India. So which is that organization? It is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB, right? And they have issued non-convertible debentures worth 1301.05 crore rupees, 2.05 crore, 1301.25 crore rupees, right? Next, mark the correct statement regarding the report released by RBI's financial stability in June 2025. If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, how much did International Finance Corporation commit to IndiGrid Trust in July for the development of India's largest 180 megawatt standalone battery energy storage system project in Gujarat? This is 460 crore rupees. This IndiGrid Trust, right? What is this? This IndiGrid Trust is basically a infrastructure investment trust in which you can invest money similar to the process that you can buy stocks and mutual fund, right? And another in one is InvIT and another are REITs, real estate investment trust, correct? Next, what is the interest rate applicable for RBI's floating rate saving bonds 2020 for the period from July 1st to December 31st 2025 with interest payable on 1st of January 2026? So what is the interest rate applicable here? The bonds are for 8.05%, correct? Next, mention the bank that became the first UAE bank to receive in principle approval from International Financial Service Centers Authority to set up the new International Financial Service Center banking unit within GIFT City, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So mention that bank. Which is that bank we are talking about? Mashreq Bank is the bank that we are talking about. Next, what amount was approved by Green Climate Fund for Asian Development Bank led program that aims to unlock large scale public and private investment in high impact and emerging clean energy sectors in India? It is $200 million. Next, identify the company that received a certificate of registration from SEBI to operate as a stockbroker and clearing member under SEBI stockbroker regulations of 1992. It is Mobivic Securities Broking Private Limited. Next, identify the organization that launched two non-par, non-linked individual plans, that is Navjeevan Shri and Navjeevan Shri Single Premium in July 2025 to cater financial requirements of buyers and various stages of life. So identify the organization. It is Life Insurance Corporation of India. Apart from these two new offerings, LIC has launched the Critical Illness Health Rider, a non-linked individual health rider that can also be integrated to the eligible base plans, right? And it will be catering to the gig economy. Next, which bank signed an agreement with CCIL International Financial Service Centers Limited to enable real-time settlement of USD transaction, that is dollar transactions, at GIFT City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, right? It is Standard Chartered Bank. So it was at the GIFT City, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next, mention the organization that launched in July the Universal Health Coverage Practitioners and Expert Knowledge Exchange and Resource, a regional peer-to-peer learning network, drive UHC across Asia and the Pacific region. So mention that organization. It is Asian Development Bank, ADB. Next, identify the company that in July unveiled a new index named BSE Insurance Index derived from the constituents of BSE 1000 index. So identify the company. It is Asia Index Private Limited. The index has a base value of 1000 and this newly launched index is derived from the constituents of BSE 1000 index that are classified under the insurance sector. Next, mention the bank that partnered with Indigo Airlines to relaunch the co-branded credit card powered by Indigo Blue Chip. So, mention that bank. It is Kotak Mahindra Bank, right? They partnered with Indigo Airlines to relaunch the co-branded credit card powered by Indigo Blue Chips. Next, in July, Computer Age Management Services, that is CAMS, they have launched CAMS Pay Payment Gateway, a next generation platform designed to meet the evolving needs of the businesses in India. Question asked is, CAMS Pay is developed in partnership with whom? It is developed in partnership with MyLaPay.